We welcome you to the Darien YMCA for this Friday afternoon boys swimming and diving match between the Tigers of Ridgefield High School and the Darien Blue Wave. Pleasant good afternoon, everybody. Braden Shank joining me in a little bit will be Nancy Grun for this match between Ridgefield and Darien. Just swimming on hand this afternoon. Darien taking the diving yesterday. But in a little bit, we will get underway with our first race in the 200-yard medley relay. Here on the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Once again, first up will be the 200-yard medley relay. Ridgefield will be in the odd number lanes, Darien in the evens. And the electricity in the Y is being shown right now as we are just about ready to get underway.
Does it matter which side?
And we are underway now in this 200-yard relay.
All right, for your viewing pleasure, we have Ridgefield in the odd lanes. So 1, 3, 5, Darien in 2, 4, 6. The lane closest to the camera is number 1. 6 is over by the windows. We've had to close the pretty view of Holly Pond for the filming.
And of course, you got the pond and some snow coming down on this Friday afternoon as Ridgefield currently in lane 3 with the lane to turn. And now he'll head back.
So in lane 3 for Darien, we had Dansker, backstroke, Ika Nacarino on breaststroke, Ryan Roberts coming up on fly, and Will Moles Gator in freestyle. In lane 4. Lane 2 was Ryder Hagan, Brady Sullivan, Will Duran, and Christian Davidson will be coming up in the free. Lane 6, Nick Lucas, Mateus Zaluski, Tiernan Rogers, and Sriram Pankanti.
And for the Tigers, currently leading this in lane 3, Terry Lee, Max Wolfden, Kai O'Malley, and Luke Mignano, my apologies. And Ridgefield now heading back, coming down the home stretch.
So relay points count for a lot in a dual meet.
And Ridgefield will take first.
1 and 2.
So by a second, Ridgefield will take first and second. And fourth will go to the Tigers as well. And fifth and sixth to the Blue Wave.
So just to review our point system in a high school dual meet, relays count 8 points for first place, 4 points for second place, and 3 points for third place. So Ridgefield is currently up 12-2. In an individual event, the top 5 places score points. The point system is 6, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So once again, Ridgefield takes that one in lane 3 with Lee, O'Malley, Wolfden, and Mignano. Second place was Ridgefield over in lane 5 with Foley, Smuckler, Burra, and Fogel. And third place was Darien's lane 4.
Which was Dansker, Ika Nacarino, Roberts, and Moles. Coming up, the next event is the 200 freestyle, 8 laps. In lane 2 for Darien, we have Ryder Hagan. Lane 4, Thomas DuPont. Lane 6, Charlie Sedlak.
And for Ridgefield will be Matthew Weiner in lane 1, Jack Clancy in lane 3, and Innell in lane 5. Again, this is the 200-yard freestyle. Pretty evenly matched here in those middle 3 lanes, 3, 4, and 5.
First 50, pretty close. Thomas DuPont with a small lead. No, Ridgefield with a small lead. My bad, I'm sorry. Ridgefield out front.
Ridgefield
Getting my lanes confused.
Ridgefield lane number 3, Clancy, currently out with the lead. Right behind him is Enel in lane 5.
Second half of the race.
Clancy with the turn, he'll keep his lead.
Thomas DuPont's one of our captains, Charlie Sedlak in lane 6. Maybe he can pull out that 5th place, which is a point for the team, and Ryder Hagan in lane 2.
Clancy with the turn and Enel with the turn. First and second, both from Ridgefield. Followed by DuPont. And Ridgefield will take it with Jack Clancy in lane 3. Enel in second from lane 5. And Darien will pick up the 3rd place.
And Thomas DuPont coming in 3rd. First place was a 1:45.55. Second was 1:47, and Thomas DuPont with a 1:54.32.
So 2 races down. Ridgefield has taken both of them so far. They've taken first and second in both of the opening races.
Yes, coming 1-2-4 for Ridgefield is a lot of points. We'll see if we can make it up here for Darien in the 200 IM, which is coming up. In lane 2 for Darien is Christos Nacarino, Jake Dansker in lane 4, and Will Moles in lane 6.
And for Ridgefield, Sean Lee will be in lane 1, Max Wolfenden in lane 3, and Kai O'Malley, the senior captain for Ridgefield, in lane 5.
The pool is loud and exciting here today. Ridgefield has quite a big team. They have 31 swimmers. Darien has 18, so they are bigger. But we will have some good races, I know it.
Nancy, we were talking before the meet, the 31 all swimmers for Ridgefield, not a single diver on their team.
Yes, they do not have any divers this year. So diving took place yesterday at the New Canaan YMCA. And we did have divers who dove for us. We had Matthew Magnato won the diving, Declan Bannerton came in second, and Griffin Wilson came in third. We do have to enter divers to be able to claim those points. But I think Ridgefield will make up for that loss coming into the meet with some fast swimming. Currently Ridgefield.
Lane 3 from Ridgefield currently in the lead. Wolfenden, nice turn from him.
The IM is always interesting because every swimmer is different and often better at one stroke or the other. Breaststroke is often a determining leg of the 2 IM.
Ridgefield now, the first and second it looks like.
Lane 1 has lost his goggles, but he is still creeping up in this breaststroke leg.
That is Sean Lee in lane 1.
So neck and neck with Jake Dansker. We'll see what happens in the freestyle. Tie at the turn.
Once again, that lane 3 still currently leading for Ridgefield with Max Wolfenden. And Wolfenden will take it.
Last lap. It's hard. I'm not sure Jake can see him over in lane 1.
Lane 5 takes second.
Closing speed here, and Jake Dansker pulls out third place for Blue Wave.
It's a big one for Dansker, third place. It might not seem like a big win, but he knocks Ridgefield down to fourth, so they don't take the top 3 places in this one.
Yes, that's a big difference because, as I said, 6 points for first place, 4 points for second, 3 points for third place, 2 for fourth, and 1 for fifth.
And once again, for the third consecutive...
Nice finish for him.
The third consecutive race this afternoon. Ridgefield takes first and second place. That time was Wolfenden and O'Malley taking first and second for the Tigers.
Ridgefield won that event with a 1:59.07. Second place came in with a 2:05.64. Third place for Darien was a 2:09.98. Next up is the splash and dash 50 free. For Darien in lane 2, we have Max Scalise. Lane 4, Henry Peters. Lane 6, Will Duran.
And for Ridgefield, starting over in lane 5 will be Terry Lee. And lane 3 will be Luke Mignano and Marco Catra in lane 1 for Ridgefield.
Max Scalise and Will Duran, 2 of our senior captains. Henry Peters, a sophomore. This race is always hard to tell. It's a horse race. Fortunately, we have a clock today.
And it's coming down the stretch here. Very close. And it will go to lane 4 for Darien.
Henry Peters pulls out the win with a 22.72.
And that's big for Darien. They take first and second.
Max Scalise came in second with a 23.19. Ridgefield 23.22 in third, and fourth at 23.79. So close race as the 50 always is. That's exciting. Darien first and second. Way to go. We now will have an exhibition heat of the 50 free. So today we will have extra heats of the 50 free, the 100 free, and the 100 breaststroke, which gives these boys an opportunity to race and see what their times can do. They cannot score points in the dual meet, but their times would count for a state cut time if they were going for that, or as their place on the team, because in a dual meet we can enter 3 swimmers and 3 divers. In championship meets we can enter 4. So coaches need to know who their number 4th is. It makes a big difference at championships how deep your team is.
Of course, some guys are here fighting for that 4th spot in time for the state and FCIAC swim meets. And for this first exhibition heat, there's going to be 3 Ridgefield Tigers, only 1 Darien swimmer going at it. Smuckler, Flogel, and Isidro for Ridgefield.
And we have Tiernan Rogers in lane 4 for Darien.
Kick off the starting blocks. A pack of 3 in lanes 3, 4, and 5. Out to the early lead, but it is close between all 4 lanes. Coming down the stretch, it's going to be lane 5 with the win. Isidro for Ridgefield, followed by lane 3, Mignano.
And the times in that race were lane 5, 24.48. Lane 3, 25.08. Lane 4 was 26.20. And lane 1 was 27.32. There will be a warm-up break now for diving, which is where diving would naturally occur in a dual meet. We had our diving yesterday because we don't have a diving board at this facility. So diving typically takes place the day before the swim portion of the meet. And as I announced before, Ridgefield did not have any divers competing. Darien's Matthew Magnata came in first. Darien's Declan Bannerton in second, and Darien's Griffin Wilson in third. So we will add the points of that diving, which counts 13 points that Darien got in diving, will help us right now.
So once again, they're going to take a quick break for where the diving portion would be in the meet, and we are going to take a short commercial break with that. You are watching the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. We'll be right back.
The technology upgrades provided by the Darien Foundation has been a game changer for us. It's allowed us to improve our training. It has helped us hone our skills. Thanks to our partnership with the Darien Foundation, who's provided all this technology and several grants throughout the years, we're able to continue to be prepared to respond whenever you need it.
I'd like to thank the Darien Foundation for their continued support. They've been a wonderful partner, and they've taken this vision that we've had for this property and make it a reality.
Thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have this amazing new van, and we are so excited about it and what it'll do for the community.
This is going to be a real improvement in the services we provide. The Darien Foundation is important to the community in the scope that they reach out to answer needs.
It's important for people to be proud of where they live and to understand that if they want a better society, that they need to fund places like the Darien Foundation and the places like the Mather Homestead, because they're so rich in cultural achievements that it makes it a better place to live.
Celebrating and supporting Darien athletes. That is a simple mission of the Darien Athletic Foundation. Broadcasting live from the field, DAF Media covers 125 games a year. All Darien teams, our youth, in our town, on our fields. Fields like the Center Oval and Upper Oval turfs, the JV softball field, and Stadium East, the longest turf in New England. All made possible by the Darien Athletic Foundation and its generous founders and donors. The Darien Athletic Foundation is not just committed to building our town's athletic infrastructure, it's improving the civic infrastructure for everyone to enjoy. The multimedia scoreboard, the snack bar pavilion, and the stadium lights, a $750,000 investment that makes Darien High School just the second school in Connecticut with LED lights. The Darien Athletic Foundation board is made up of local parents who know just how quickly it goes by. Its archives of more than 60,000 photos capture those precious moments of our young athletes as they strive to be their very best. The Darien Athletic Foundation has raised almost $9.5 million for our town and its kids, and it's not stopping there, as it continues to build a legacy for our youth as bright as their future, both on and off the field.
This is David Genovese, founder of Corbin Cares. Corbin Cares Phase 2, in partnership with the Darien Foundation, was launched to support the people who support Darien. Corbin Cares partnered with the Darien Foundation to thank essential workers, teachers, police officers, firefighters, EMTs, town employees, and postal workers who stepped up during the pandemic. Family meals for 4 were provided by 4 Forks, Bodega, Michael Joseph's, 1020 Post, and Parlor Pizza and Wine. Post 53 was treated to a tacos and waffles night with Bodega and the Waffle Cabin. Thanks to countless donors, 910 family dinners for 4 and 110 posties were served. And the Corbin Cares office was flooded with notes, emails, and letters of gratitude. Thanks to the essential workers and generous donors, you are all that make this community great.
We are DAF Media, Darien's hometown source for sports, arts, and entertainment, established in 2017. We Are Community, a volunteer-based organization that gives nearly 50 Darien High School students hands-on experience in video production. We Are Cutting Edge, A STEM initiative, students use cameras, computers, sound equipment, and innovative software. We are live, streaming 120 events per year on our YouTube channel. We are on the stage. We are at the big games. We are on the field. We are in the gym. We are on the move. Live streaming not only in Darien, but throughout southwestern Connecticut and the tri-state area. We are making a difference. We are DAF Media. This broadcast is produced by DAF Media, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. The production is staffed by student and adult volunteers from the town of Darien and southwestern Connecticut.
I think the Darien Foundation is a central organization in town, showing that the community cares and the community is willing to give and the community.
We are back on the DAF Media Network, getting ready for our next race in the 100-yard butterfly. Braden Shank and Nancy Grun with you. So glad you could be with us here on this Friday afternoon from the Darien YMCA.
Thank you for being here, setting all of this great equipment up, celebrating and recognizing these awesome athletes who work so hard in this pool every day. So thank you for being here. We get this in before the snowstorm. In the 100 butterfly for Darien, in lane 2, we have Mateus Zalewski. Lane 4, Ryan Roberts. Lane 6, Christian Davidson.
And for Ridgefield, it will be Innell in lane 1, Matthew Weiner in lane 3, and William Trotman in lane 5. Quickly, lanes 3 and 4 jumping ahead in this one.
Yeah, this looks close. Ryan is fighting his way back from being sick, so hopefully this is a tough race to get back into, but he's doing great. Looks like Ridgefield will come out with the win. Ryan Roberts, who will be swimming for Amherst in the fall, and Ridgefield will get 3rd and 4th.
So Ridgefield lane 3, Matthew Weiner will take the win, followed by Roberts in lane 4, and then in lane 5, Trotman coming in 3rd.
And Mateus Zalewski pulling out 5th place for Darien. So first place to Ridgefield in that event, won the 100 fly with a 53.61. Ryan Roberts in 2nd with a 54.83. Ridgefield 3rd place with a 57.30. 4th place 57.86, and 5th place was a 106.39.
And entering that race right there, Ridgefield had a lead 42-33. That was post diving scores added into that. So Ridgefield has gained the lead back despite no divers for them. And this will now shift us over to the 100-yard freestyle.
And we will have 2 heats of the 100 free. The first one is the official heat that counts for points. The second is exhibition, counts for times. In lane 2 for Darien, we have Max Scalise. Lane 4, Henry Peters. Lane 6, Brady Sullivan.
And for Ridgefield, Kai O'Malley in lane 1, Luke Mignano in lane 3, and Marco Catra in lane 5.
Darien's Max Scalise, senior captain, will be going on to swim for Gettysburg College in the fall. Henry Peters currently has the lead, one of our sophomores. And Brady Sullivan in lane 6, one of our freshmen. Kai O'Malley for Ridgefield will be going on to swim at American University in the fall. And his teammate Owen Foley, both are captains. He will be swimming at Arcadia University in the fall. So Henry Peters pulls out the win for Darien with a 49.60. Ridgefield in second with a 51.54. Ridgefield in third with a 51.75. And Ridgefield in fourth with a 52.69. Darien coming in fifth with a 53.37.
Darien takes that one right there for the 100-yard freestyle. It was McNaughto for Ridgefield taking second, followed by Catra taking third for the Tigers.
So Ridgefield trains in a meters pool. Darien YMCA is a yards pool. So for them, these races feel short. When we have to swim at a meters pool, which we did at Staples last week, it feels a lot longer for our boys.
If I'm not mistaken, that beautiful facility over at Staples is actually at the high school. Something that you don't really see here in southwestern Connecticut, the pools in the schools anymore.
No, just Greenwich and Staples.
The beautiful venues, respectively. And we now have the second exhibition heat for the 100-yard freestyle. Mateo Sid, Joseph Isaac, and Maxim Salman.
For Darien in lane 4, we have Tiernan Rogers, and lane 6 is Sriram Pankanti. Both Darien swimmers are sophomores.
And the first 50 complete, halfway through this one. It is Darien with the early lead over in lane 4.
Tiernan Rogers in the lead. Sriram is going to battle it out for second. You always hope that the swimmer can see that other person a few lanes over for them. That's what fuels you when you're in the water. You want to beat the person next to you or as close to you as you could see.
And it will be Darien that takes that one over in lane 4, followed by Ridgefield taking second, Darien taking third. Ridgefield with fourth, and Ridgefield will take fifth in that exhibition heat.
Tiernan Rogers doing a 57.43. Sriram Pankanti in lane 6 with a 102.29.
So once again, those points don't count for the team score, just for the individual times. But we will now move over to the 500-yard freestyle, the marathon race in these meets, starting with Ridgefield. Owen Foley in lane 1, Jack Clancy in lane 3, and Colin Nelson over in lane 5 for the Tigers.
For Darien in lane 2, we have Charlie Sedlak. Lane 4, Ryan Roberts. Lane 6, Nick Lucas. Yes, this is the distance event in a high school dual meet. 20 laps. They have a counter at the turn end of the pool, and a horn will go off at the end of their last, with 150 to go.
Off the starting blocks.
For Darien, what's hard is with a small team, they swim a lot of events, often back-to-back.
Especially with an event like this, you then got to deal with another event later down the line. Still might be a little fatigued from this one. 20 laps.
So like Ryan Roberts just got out of the 100 fly. He did have 2 events to rest. Now he's swimming the 5 free, and then he will get up. Actually, he won't have to, but often he has to get out and jump in and swim the 2 free relay. But that's what they train for. High school meets are very quick. USA swim meets are very long. You often have hours in between each event, but not high school meets. They have to be in very good shape to be able to swim a lot of events in a short period of time.
Ridgefield currently out with the early lead in this one in lane 3 with Jack Clancy.
And he split a 52.12 in that first 100, which is quick.
A little over a minute into this 500-yard freestyle. Ridgefield with first, Darien currently with second. Ridgefield with the third place swimmer.
There is a lot of strategy in a 500. It's all about pacing. It's called a negative split, when a swimmer can come back in the back half faster than the front half. They train for it. It's hard to do in a race. But they do need to pace it out. Some swimmers are stronger in the back half.
Once again, that is Clancy over in lane 3 with the lead.
Ryan holding him off. That was a good turn on Ryan's part. Charlie Sedlak currently in 4th for Darien.
So Clancy, Roberts, and Nelson, your top 3. Sedlak holding 4th, as you mentioned, Nancy. There's still plenty of time in this one. I believe we just hit the halfway point in this one.
All right, they seem to be holding their spots. Ridgefield in first, Darien in second, Ridgefield third, Darien fourth as of now. See what they could do in the back half.
Clancy still in the lead for Ridgefield. As we now hit the 3-minute mark in this 500-yard freestyle. Clancy still with the lead. Roberts with the turn. In second still, followed right behind him is Colin Nelson.
Yeah, Ryan's a pretty strong back half swimmer, so I'm pretty sure he can hold this here. It is hard to catch up, but I have seen swimmers do it.
And Clancy's with a pretty sizable lead in this one, already heading back down to the starting blocks as Roberts now with the turn.
Charlie Sedlak holding on to his spot as well. Let's see if maybe he can catch Ridgefield's third place. Again, you do have swimmers who sometimes take it out so fast and then they just crash, and others who come on strong in the back half. We'll see.
So Clancy heading back. Once again, the horn is out. We'll presume he's got 1 lap left.
And there's the signal for the last 50 of the race.
Jack Clancy still in first on his final lap. Roberts in second. Nelson in third. Clancy with his final turn. And he's now in his final 25. Roberts now heading back. But Jack Clancy will take it for Ridgefield. 4 minutes, 53 seconds, .9. His final score, or his final time. Roberts will take second. 10 seconds behind Clancy.
Ryan in second with a 5:03.63. Ridgefield in third with a 5:09.34, and Charlie Sedlak coming in fourth with a 5:14.27.
And that was Nelson over in lane number 5, picking up third place, followed by Darien taking fourth.
Now, most swimmers are not swimming their fastest right now at this point in the season. I know our boys practiced this morning. They are tired. This is the time of year when they are very broken down, but that was good, solid swims for those top 4 finishers, and they all made the state cut time in that event.
And one last swimmer still to finish up.
Nick Lucas for Darien, finishing it up. This is good practice for him. He's not used to swimming the 5 in a meet. It was great practice. That was a good time for him.
So So once again, Ridgefield will take first on that one over in lane 3 with Jack Clancy.
And Ryan Roberts coming in second for Darien. The current score of the meet is Darien 45, Ridgefield 62, and we're coming into the 200 freestyle relay. In lane 2 for Darien, we have Will Duran, Christos Yika Nacarino, Mateus Zaluski, and Charlie Sedlak just hopped out of the 5. In lane 4, we have Thomas DuPont, Jake Dansker, Max Scalise, and Henry Peters. Lane 6 for Darien is Tiernan Rogers, Sriram Pankanti, Brady Sullivan, and Nick Lucas, who also just got out of the 5.
And for Ridgefield over in lane 1, Owen Foley, Paparella, Trotman, and Innell. And then in lane 3, Wolfenden, Magnano, Weiner, and closing it out in lane 3, Jack Clancy, fresh off of winning the 500-yard freestyle. Then Burra, Constantino, Grow in lane 5.
Darien's Thomas DuPont out with a short lead. Jake Dansker just dove in. Usually swimmers who get out of the 500 and have to swim the relay, they will be maybe in 3rd or 4th position in the relay, which gives them maybe a minute or 2 to rest. That's it. We're neck and neck here with Ridgefield.
Lane 3 and 4, the first and second place. Darien with the early lead. Lane 3 for Ridgefield. Weiner jumping in.
Max Scalise, one of Darien's captains here. Jake Dansker is also a captain. Max here in the 3rd leg of the race. Ridgefield has some great turns. They catch up on those underwaters. And Henry Peters, who won the 50s, coming out here now in the anchor for Darien, lane 4.
And it's tight in lanes 3 and 4. Coming down the stretch, that is Jack Clancy in lane 3. It's going to be real close.
It looks like you never know. And Ridgefield pulls out the win with a 139.98, and Darien in second with a 131.99. So 1/100th of a second split that race. Darien in second. Nice race. Ridgefield coming in 3rd with a 140.02. 1/100th of a second.
Wow. It all came down to that anchor of Jack Clancy, because Darien had the lead going into that anchor, but then Clancy using his speed, pulling out for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's tough, but what a great race. Next up, we have boys who just hopped out of the relay, and now for 100 backstroke. Lane 2 for Darien, Ryder Hagen. Lane 4, Jake Dansker. Lane 6, Christian Davidson.
And for Ridgefield in this 100-yard backstroke, lane 1 will be Sean Lee, lane 3, Terry Lee, and lane 5, Noah Flogel.
Again, thank you for being here and for showcasing these swimmers. Because we're not on campus at Darien High School, I think many people don't really understand the sport or realize how hard it is.
And we thank you for watching the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Our production crew this afternoon, Jake Cassini, and our DAF Media advisor, Damian Andrew, Braden Shank, and Nancy Grun with you. So glad you could be with us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Once again, this is the 100-yard backstroke.
In backstroke and freestyle and butterfly, swimmers are allowed to swim to the 15-meter mark underwater. So that was a clean race. Often the officials will stand on that mark and make sure you can't swim the full lap underwater. Often in backstroke, kids get pretty far out.
And once again, it's lanes 3 and 4, neck to neck.
That was even at the turn by 1/100th of a second. Jake usually has a strong back 50. See if he can pull it out.
Does look like Dansker might have a slight lead, but it is close between him and Lee. And Darien will win it.
Dansker got it with a 57-21. Ridgefield in second with a 57-69. Ridgefield in third with a 59-02. And Darien's Ryder Hagen coming in fourth with a 100-47.
So Dansker takes that one, beating out Terry Lee
Nice finish
of Ridgefield. And then third place was Flogel.
Yeah, he was behind. He was just behind after those underwaters off the turn, so he pushed hard to make that some good closing speed there.
And as you mentioned, Nancy, Dansker really turned it on in that final 50, coming down the stretch, really giving it everything he got, and resulted in the win for Jake.
That's what we always say, just race the kid next to you. Coming up is our last individual event of the day, which is the 100 breaststroke. We will have 2 heats of this, as we will have an exhibition heat after this first official heat. For Darien in lane 1 is Christos Yika Nacarino, lane 4 Thomas DuPont, and lane 6 Will Moles.
And for Ridgefield, Trotman in lane 1, Wolfenden in lane 3, and Burra in lane 5 for the Tigers.
Nice start underwater there for Thomas DuPont. Tie at the turn.
That was lanes 3 and 4 with DuPont and Wolfenden.
Christos Yika Nacarino has a race here in lanes 1 and 2. And lanes 3 and 4, Will Moles has his race over there on that far end of the pool. Then race the swimmer next to you.
Wolfenden starting to pull ahead, makes his final turn.
He's in the lead. Thomas DuPont looks like he'll get second. Let's see if Christos can hold on to third. And let's see if Will Moles pulls out the 5th place over there.
Wolfenden will take first.
First place with a 100-21. Thomas DuPont coming in with a 106.48. Christos Yika Nacarino pulls out third with a 108.45. Ridgefield with a 110.08. And Will Moles in lane 6 pulled out the 5th place for Darien with a 110.31. Those were nice races.
So Darien in that one takes place 2nd, 3rd, and 5th. Ridgefield with the first place over in lane 3 from Max Wolfenden.
So Ridgefield is a Class LL school, so they are a larger school than Darien. Their current swim record in their dual meet season is 5-1. They have only lost to Greenwich. Darien's record is 1-4. So Ridgefield and Greenwich will be close contenders when it comes down to FCIACs, and they will compete together at the Class LL State Championship, whereas Darien will compete in Class L State Championship.
So this is going to be interesting. In that FCIAC meet, Darien will see the Ridgefield team and the Greenwich team again, but then once you get to the state meet, they will move off to their respective classes and chase their respective state titles.
Yeah, so it is hard with a team. You know, we have 18 swimmers and they have 31. It's a hard in a dual meet, but in a championship meet, the numbers change a little bit, and Darien will do well in their state championships. So coming up, the last event of the day is the 400 freestyle relay. Each leg of the race is a 100 freestyle. The current score going into this final race is, oh, sorry, I have an old score. Ridgefield is ahead, but I'm not sure of the final score. In lane 2 for Darien, we have Mateus Zaluski, Ryder Hagen, Charlie Sedlak, and Will Moles. In lane 4 for Darien, Max Scalise, Henry Peters, Ryan Roberts, Thomas DuPont. Lane 6 for Darien, Christian Davidson.
I think we actually got...
They scratched lane 6.
I think this actually might be the breaststroke exhibition
I'm sorry.
heat.
You're right. Exhibition heat of the 100 breaststroke, I'm sorry. In lane 2 for Darien is Nick Lucas.
And for Ridgefield, it will
Lane
be
4.
Constantino, Cronin, and Brown for Ridgefield, lanes 1, 3, and 5 in that order. 100-yard breaststroke.
There's Nick Lucas for Darien in lane 4.
For in lane 5, Christopher Brown, currently with the slight lead. Lucas right on his tail, followed by Cronin. Now heading back after the final transition. Brown still with a very slight lead over in lane 5. And he will take it. And Ridgefield will take second over in lane 3 with Cronin, followed by Lucas in third and Constantino.
Times for that race. Lane 5 for Ridgefield, a 1:18.41. Lane 3 for Ridgefield, 1:19.65. Lane 4, third place for Darien, 1:19.72 for Nick Lucas, and fourth place for Ridgefield, 1:25.69.
Now this will take us to our 400-yard freestyle relay.
Now I'm caught up. So I did announce lanes 2 and 4 for Darien, and lane 6 for Darien is Christian Davidson. I can't read. Sriram Pankanti, Brady Sullivan, and Will Duran.
And for Ridgefield in lane 1, Enel, Foley, Paparella, and Katra. In lane 3, Clancy, Lee, O'Malley, and Weiner. And in lane 5, the Nathan Burra, Noah Burrow, Cortina, and Sid.
So this is a 100-yard freestyle for each leg. Ridgefield out front.
Ridgefield over in lane 3. That's Sean Lee, currently swimming for Ridgefield.
Max Scalise for Darien, second place. Henry Peters about to take off.
Ridgefield first into the pool. Darien right behind him, and then Ridgefield over in lane 5, currently in third place.
Again, to win a dual meet, you need to score high in the relays. So you try for first and third or second and third.
And we saw last week when Darien played New Canaan just how much of a killer the relays were, with the Rams taking first, second, and third.
Yes, the relays are a lot of points. In a championship meet, relays are double the points. So relays make a huge difference at championship meets. At FCIAC, I believe we can enter 2 relays, 1 scores, and at states you can only enter 1 relay for the medley relay, the 2 free relay, and the 4 free relay.
Ridgefield still with the lead over in lane 3.
Darien in third, Ryan Roberts taking off for Darien.
This is the third leg of the 400-yard freestyle.
In lane 2, Charlie Sedlak just took off. He was following Ryder Hagen. And in lane 6, Brady Sullivan taking off, following Sriram Pankanti.
Minutes 20 seconds into this 400-yard freestyle relay. Coming up on the anchors, lane 3, Matthew Weiner for Ridgefield.
That's a big lead for Thomas DuPont to have to make up, but you never know.
Weiner in the pool, and then DuPont right behind him. Ridgefield over in lane 5 with third place. That is Noah Burra.
Lane 2 for Darien, Will Moles anchoring that relay.
Weiner will take the turn. He's in his final 50.
And Will Duran taking off in lane 6, anchoring that relay. And it looks as though Ridgefield will hold on to the lead. Darien will get second, and Ridgefield will get third.
So Weiner will come down in at least final moments, and he will take first over in lane 3. Darien will take second in lane 4. Ridgefield taking third in lane 5. So Ridgefield with the first and third. And Darien over in lane 6. Darien lane 2 coming in 4th. But Darien lane 6 will be taking 5th, followed by lane 1 for Ridgefield taking 6th.
We will bring you the final score as soon as it is announced. I know Ridgefield won the meet, but we had some great swims today. These boys, these dual meets are all practice. So dual meets count, but really you're going for championships at the end of the season. These are great opportunity to know what your competition is, who is swimming what events for other teams, how they're doing. It motivates you to prepare for your championships. I believe Darien has 4 more dual meets before we head to FCIAC March 1st. The final score of the meet was Darien 75 and Ridgefield 108. Nice swims. Good job for all these boys today.
So Ridgefield will take the win, improving their swim record to 6-1 in the dual meets. Darien will drop this one, dropping to 1-5 on the season. Nancy, what were your final thoughts in this one?
They're doing well. We have a small team over there compared to Ridgefield, but they really did have some nice swims today. They know what they need to do. Closing in on the end of their season here. They have a lot of training. We have boys coming back from being sick, as I'm sure all the other teams do too. But this should motivate them to know what it is they need to do here. So I was pleased with some of those times today and some of those races. They really they challenged it.
There's a lot of good races on hand today from the Darien YMCA. Once again, you see your final score: Ridgefield 105, Darien 75. And that's going to do it for our broadcast. Our varsity boys swimming. I'm going to give one final shout out to our production crew, Jake Sini, and our DAF Media advisor, Damian Andrews. So for our entire production crew, Nancy Gruen, saying so long from the Darien YMCA. I've been Braden Shank, and we thank you for watching the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. We'll see you next time.
I think the Darien Foundation is a central organization in town, showing that the community cares and the community is willing to give and the community is willing to support the kind of work that we're doing here and in other organizations in town.
I'd like to thank the Darien Foundation for their continued support. They've been a wonderful partner, and they've taken this vision that we've had for this property and make it a reality.
The Darien Foundation was critical to the success of the Elizabeth W. Tilton Education Center. The new barn will allow us to have bigger groups and educate more school children about the legacy of the Mather homestead.
It's important for people to be proud of where they live and to understand that if they want a better society, that they need to fund places like the Darien Foundation and the places like the Mather Homestead, because they're so rich in cultural achievements that it makes it a better place to live.